What's up, gentlemen? Today, short video today. I'm just going to go over setting up your Rockwell Designs porter chest rack. This will work for either your 308 or your AK chest rack. I've gotten a decent amount of comments and emails and stuff asking about how to set up like the retention system and what have you. So I'm just going to shoot a video on it, and so I'm able to direct people to that in the future. But without further ado, so this is what your chest rack is going to show up like. It'll be inside, obviously, another shipping bag, but I ship in these little bags for, just a little bit more protection, and we'll get into it here. So you're gonna have your two shoulder straps, your back strap, these two little bags with your tabs and your bungee retainers, and then you've got your porter chest rack itself. So to set up the retention systems, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's kind of self-intuitive or, kind of intuitive, but if you don't have experience with a lot of kit, it can be kind of confusing. So you're going to use the MOLLE for the middle four, and then these tabs for the outside ones. So what you're going to do is on the front, there's a couple different ways to do it. This way it just looks cleaner with the knots in the back, and you'll see what I mean in a second here. So you're just going to route it through. Hopefully this is able to be seen. Route it through this front one. Then you're going to take your tab and you're going to there's two little loops here in that, and you're going to put one end of the bungee through one loop and then one end of the bungee through the other loop. I've done this upside down. Yeah, you're going to want to do it kind of inverted here. So here and here, slide it on through, and now on the back you're going to take it and route it one end through the right side, one end through the left side, and then you're going to have something that looks like this. All right, with these two little tails on the end here. And what you're going to do with these tails is on the very end of them, and this is how you adjust your retention. If you want a really kind of looser bungee, you're going to tie your knot closer to the end. If you want a super tight bungee, if you have like AR-15 mags in your AK chest rig, you're going to maybe want to adjust your retention. But I usually tie it pretty much right at the end, and I just do a double overhand knot, and then I get it nice and tight. Like that, and then I will just work this bungee all the way out. So yeah, that's what it should look like with your knot in the back. That'll be side closest to your body and covered up by your mag in front. I'm going to show you how to do the MOLLE one. So it's pretty much the same thing. You're just going to route it through the bottom here. So you've got that loop, and then you're going to take that tab. Again, tab side towards the ground. One side in. Oh, I did that backwards again. One side in. The other side in. And then tie it off the same way as before. And now I'm going to do that time lapse. All right, here we go. All 6 are on now, and you should have it looking something like this. Bam. Absolutely sweating in here. I'm out in my garage where I shoot my podcast, and it's warm today here in Georgia. All right, next thing I'm going to talk about is just sizing. So this should be pretty self-explanatory. I've already got these pre-sized. I'm not going to show you all how to do that. It's a slide buckle. It isn't hard. I do eventually want to figure out a way to make these both capable to be an X harness and a Y harness. But for now, we're just going to keep doing them in the X. I think maybe when I do the custom order option, that I'll have an option in there for H harness or like a Y harness type thing. And then your back strap, which is pretty simple, goes on, and you're gonna want to sit this. You don't want it low, like you don't want this to be a belly rig. It's a chest rig, so you want to sit it like right below your pecs is generally where I found to be the most comfortable. And usually the best way to do it is to have like a buddy or someone just cinch these up while it's loaded. That's very important, because if you cinch them up and you get them super snug without like a combat load or without however you're going to load it out, it's going to be a little different. I'm going to take this back off, and then I'm just going to, that was all twisted. So yeah, generally like that. Take it off here and show you all how it looks loaded, and I'll do another little time skip here. Yeah, so there you go. 6 magazines, 2 tourniquets. These tourniquets look like ass, and that's because they're training tourniquets. All my my legitimately good tourniquets are in where they're supposed to be, where they can be used. So that's why these ones look like complete garbage. But yeah, that's how you load it out. And then obviously you've got Molly in the front here and some Velcro. Throw some patches on. Throw some, I've seen guys run like the Blue Force gear 10-speed. Like super low profile elastic pouches up in the front, and then sustainment pouches work really well right here. They're still kind of like in front of yourself and not like on your sides where you're going to be rubbing all the time. And from all I've heard so far of I don't know how many. I've probably made well over 200 of these things by now at this point. I haven't heard anyone complain of lost tourniquets. The reason that I ship these without the elastics installed is because it's very time consuming. It maybe not to do just one, but to do, all of them in a batch, like that would add an extra couple hours onto my production time, which it's not worth it when not even everyone uses the bungees. I've seen, probably about a quarter of the people that buy these don't even put the bungees on at all, which that's up to them, like user preference and all. I don't really care, but that's why I don't do it for you guys. I kind of let y'all figure out how you want to set it up. I know that I've run bungees on just the first 4 mags and then not run them on the outside just because it's further on your sides, and it's like kind of a pain to fight with a bungee and reach in an awkward position. So, and usually those are retained pretty well just by your arms. But yeah, there's a quick little rundown on how to get your Porter chest rack kitted up and ready for use.